Shalom, everyone, and welcome back. This coming Shabbos is the Parsha of Vayishlach, in which we recount the very important meeting between Yaakov and his wicked brother Esav, who had been separated for many, many decades. And very nervously, Yaakov came and is about to reunite with him. And what is the first thing that Yaakov says when he comes to Esav? He says, Im Lavan Garti. I dwelt with the wicked Lavan, and I remained there until now. So Rashi, the commentary Rashi says the word Garti means I dwelt, and it comes from it has the same letters as Tariag, which are the 613 commandments. So Rashi says in Lavan Harasha Garti, I dwelt with the wicked Lavan, his uncle, the Tariag mitzvah Shemarti, and I kept though the 613 commandments. Even though I dwelt in such a wicked environment, in such a hostile environment to good values and to Judaism, nevertheless, I remained strong and firm in my Jewishness. I had a teacher once who said to us many years ago, fellas, one time when I see you again over many, many years, all I want to know from you, all I want to know is for you to quote that verse, Im Lavan Garti, B'Taryag Mitzvah Shamarti. I might have dwelt out there in the world. It's a crazy, wild world out there, but I kept the mitzvahs. And indeed, this is something, a very important lesson for us. The Lubavitcher Rebbe brings out also the word Garti means sojourned. There are different words for saying I lived, I dwelt. And the word Garti comes for a ger is a sojourner or a stranger. You find that there is a ger toshav, which is a resident alien who is not a Jew, but who lives in the land of Israel. There's also a ger tzedek, a righteous convert who is a convert to Judaism. Is also called a ger. The word ger generally means someone who's sojourning, someone who's not there permanently, someone who is there temporarily. So Yaakov was saying, according to the Rebbe, Yaakov was saying, listen, I dwelt with Lavan. I didn't live there permanently. I only dwelt in the world of Lavan and all of his craziness temporarily, but that really wasn't my home. And the lesson for Jews is a very important lesson. We live in the world. We live in the outside world. And indeed, we are subject to the fashions and the whims and all of the nourishkeit of the secular world we live in. Someone once said that we find, unfortunately, that people bring the Torah to the secular world, but rather we should bring the secular world to the Torah. That rather the Torah should be our main guiding point. It should be the way we live, and the secular world we will adapt to the Torah as need be. But the main thing we're living in is as Torah Jews. We keep mitzvahs, and if the secular world goes against it, well, we follow the Torah. We don't follow the secular world. And indeed, we're having a lot of problems these days with our children who are leaving Judaism. I've heard as much as 1 in 5 children who are brought up in religious homes are leaving it. And the question is, why is that happening? And it's probably one of the reasons is because the parents, for them, the secular world, secular knowledge and college and all of these things is more important to them than Torah. And Torah is a second seat. You know, when a child goes to a Jewish day school, they learn half a day Jewish studies and half a day secular studies. Very often, if you'll ask the parents, what is more important, the Jewish studies or the secular studies, they'll clearly say the secular studies are. I want to make sure my kid is going to go to college. I want to make sure that he'll be able to make a good living. But what about his Jewishness? What about his Jewish identity? Well, that's not as important as it is for us. And unfortunately, you find that the children, if they have a choice of doing secular homework or their Jewish studies homework, very often they opt for the secular homework. Why? Because their parents are telling them that's the way it should be. And the parents are setting the tone and the example for it. And that certainly shouldn't be. We should recognize the fact we are only strangers, we are only sojourners in this world. And we believe very much that one day Mashiach will come and will bring us all back to Eretz Yisrael and rebuild the Holy Temple and bring peace to the world. And really, that should be our guiding post for life. I'd like to remind everyone that candle lighting in San Diego is at is at 4:25 this coming Shabbos, this tonight. And next week, a week from now, we are having a Friday night dinner at the Chabad Shul. You're all invited to come. There's a small charge for it. We're going to be serving Mexican food, which our own Nechama Kuriel will be preparing. It should be a wonderful evening, delicious food, authentic Mexican food. It'll be a real Mexican Shabbos. So we look forward to that, and you need to make a reservation through our website, chabaduc.org. Let us know that you're coming, and we'd love to have you. Shalom, and have a good Shabbos and an upcoming happy Hanukkah.